Midnight Kirk and 5 a.m. Kirk are not the same person. Same man, same house, same life, completely different results. And the only thing that changed was the decision I made the night before. It's day 129, and here's what happened. Last night, I went to bed earlier. That's the whole big move. I didn't have a breakthrough. I didn't white knuckle anything. I drew a line on the night and went to bed. 5 o'clock this morning, I was awake. Not dragged awake, not alarm clock awake, just awake. And instead of rolling over and negotiating with myself about whether I deserve more sleep, I got up, got on the treadmill, 3 miles down before the day even knew what hit it. 3 miles. And I want to talk about that treadmill for a second because I think people misunderstand what exercise actually does, at least what it does for me. I don't get on the treadmill because I love it. I get on it because of what I feel like when I get off of it. Every single time I step off that machine, I have more energy than when I got on. Every time my blood is moving, my head is clearer, my body feels like it's actually working the way it's supposed to work. It's worth every single time. And the only thing standing between me and that feeling is the decision to get on in the first place. And that decision starts the night before, because here's the truth about midnight drift. And I've talked about this on the channel before, but I want to go deeper today. This isn't a new problem. This is an ongoing pattern that comes and goes in my life. It's not like I solved it once and it stayed solved. Some seasons I manage it well. Other seasons I'm up past midnight doing nothing. Not working, not creating, not connecting, not wandering, just scrolling and letting the night bleed out into nothing. And the cost of that isn't just being tired the next morning. The cost is that I dragged through the day. I'm not refreshed. I'm running on empty before the day even gets started. And when you're dragging, everything is harder. Your patience is shorter. Your focus is gone. And your ability to show up for the things and people that matter, that's compromised. All because of what happened the night before. Now, I'm working to overcome this. That's the honest answer. I haven't beaten it, but last night I made a better choice, and this morning I felt it immediately. Now here's where I want to get honest about something that I think a lot of people in recovery can relate to. When you work through the 12 steps, really work through them, there's a temptation afterward to treat it like a finish line. Like you crossed something, you did the work, you got the win, and now you move on. And some people do. They take it as a completed project and they go back to living life. But people who keep working it, the ones who stay in it, they know something's different. They know that the steps aren't a finish line. They're a way of living. And when you keep working it, you keep peeling back the onion, layer after layer. And sometimes when you least expect it, you find something you didn't see before, something that's been sitting there quietly underneath everything else. And here's what I've learned about those moments. When you're actively working it and something surfaces, you're more likely to act on it fast because you're already in motion. You're already paying attention. You already got the tools in your hands. The guy who put the tools down 2 years ago has to find them again before he can do anything. The guy who never put them down just goes to work. Now, I'm not perfect at this. I'll let things set longer than I should sometimes. The midnight drift is one example. I've known about this pattern. I've talked about it. I've understood it, and I've still let it run. Knowledge without action is just comfortable self-awareness, and comfortable self-awareness doesn't move anything. What moves things is doing something different, even once, even small. Which brings me to why I'm here, why this channel exists, why I'm talking to you right now on day 129 when I could have done this privately. I could have kept a journal, tracked my habits, watched myself grow, and never let anyone see it. That would have been easier in a lot of ways, but I don't believe that's what we're called to do. I believe we're called to share our struggles. We're called to let people see our struggles, not to perform vulnerability, but because someone's watching, they might need to see exactly what they're watching right now. This channel just isn't about me teaching you anything. I want to be clear, really clear about that. I'm not standing up here as someone who has it figured out. This is about community. It's about you choosing to show up and watch, and me choosing to show up and be honest. And somewhere in that exchange, something real happens. And here's what it does for me personally. And this might surprise you. When I watch myself back, I see things I can't see in the moment. I see who I actually am, not who I think I am, and those are not always the same person. When I can watch myself, I catch the drift in the little things. I see where I'm cutting corners. I see where I'm showing up well. I see what I need to change, and I see it clearly because I'm watching it like a man watching someone else, not someone lost inside his own story. That clarity makes me want to do better, wants to be better, more gracious towards others, more intentional about how I spend my time and my energy, and it pushes me toward levels I wouldn't reach if I was just living inside my own head with no accountability and no witness. And then there's you. I think about who's watching this channel. I think about the guy who's out there searching, looking for someone who shares his experience. Maybe he's not ready to raise his hand in a room full of people. Maybe he doesn't want to announce his struggle in his own community, but he's watching, he's connecting, and when he hears my story, something in him recognizes his own. That's who I'm making this for. Not to be an influencer, not to build a massive audience, but to be the guy whose story maybe helps one man find the footing, to be an example. Not a perfect one, but a real one of what it looks like to keep showing up even when the pattern keeps coming back. The midnight drift came back, and last night I pushed back. I went to bed. I got up at 5. I put 3 miles down. I showed up here. Small thing. It's a real thing worth doing again tomorrow. It's day 129. Let's go one day better.